Hi, I'm Alka Youssef, reporting from Panastatic Kid Witness News, and I'm here with Kathy Ulloa and Luvia Nunez to tell you a story about a very fascinating individual. Some people spend a lifetime striving to achieve. Because of their great achievements, these people are often considered heroes. They're often well recognized, sometimes even as household words, like Michael Jordan
or Sammy Sosa. But sometimes heroes are made in a moment's notice, in the most unlikely place imaginable. They don't strive to be recognized and are just ordinary people doing their jobs.
Such is the case of Miguel Cabrales, a 38-year-old rookie police officer from our neighborhood right here in the southwest side of Chicago. Miguel Cabrales, also affectionately known as Coach in our neighborhood,
as much as everybody else. Thank you for coming along very good.
In his first year of police service, Officer Cabrales risked his own life in an effort to save the life of a 2-year-old baby from a fiery death.
That's right. According to police department records, Officer Cabrales, along with other officers, raced into a fiery building on the south side of Chicago, and, in true heroic sense,
Officer Cabrales risked his own life in an effort to save the life of a 2-year-old.
3 Chicago police officers are heroes today. They rescued the child from a burning building on the south side.
They just happened to be a half block away on a burglary call when their mission changed because of a fire on the top floor of this 3-flat. Michael Hayes, Miguel Cabrales, and Charles Arts, in an apartment filled with smoke, somehow had to reach this little fella, 2-year-old Jonas Hall, trapped alone, screaming, in a rear bedroom filled with fire.
And I thank the Lord that he gave me the strength to take him up. I'm sorry. I could see my little 4-year-old, and I wouldn't want him to die like that. And I just said, this ain't gonna happen here. That's all I said.
And the 3 young cops, each with an aw shucks rejection of the word hero, nonetheless feel pretty darn good about this day.
It's pretty humbling, but I guess I'll do it anytime.
So who exactly is Officer Cabrales? Miguel Cabrales was born in a humble home in Durango, Mexico. At age 3, he was brought to Chicago by his parents. After a short time, he returned to Mexico.
When I went back, my mom didn't like the weather, so we had to go back.
His father, seeing the value of being in the United States, continued to seek out different ways for Miguel to become a citizen. After the 2nd grade, his grandmother adopted him and brought him to the United States for good.
I came to W.K. Sullivan on the south side, South Chicago, actually. I graduated from there, went on to Bowen High School. I did 1 year. I transferred to Carter Harrison High School.
While in high school, Miguel began his lifelong love for soccer. It was at Harrison that he acquired his exceptional soccer skills and achieved a high level of success when his team went as far as the city championship game. After high school,
Malcolm X College, a community college, graduated from there. I received my associates. If I would have never had my associates, I would have never been able to become a police officer.
While attending college, he juggled work, training, and raising a young family. The pressures of real life and balancing a wife and growing family while working a part-time job forced him to cut his education short. He was forced to take a full-time job as a landscaper.
Landscaping wasn't enough. I became an apprentice carpenter. Been in construction ever since, and that was my previous job.
He continued to be active in the Clasa Semi-Pro Soccer League.
In 1992, he bought his own house here in our neighborhood, the Gage Park community of Chicago.
I'm planning to have a positive influence at least on my block, but I do plan on having a positive influence around this neighborhood.
With his own children growing up at this time, Miguel saw an increasing need to make this community a better place to live for himself and his family.
Miguel joined the local school board here at Nightingale School, where he and his wife give up much of their time volunteering and helping Nightingale to become a true community school.
All parents who help volunteer in the school are heroes to all the boys and girls and to myself here at Nightingale School.
Mr. Cabrales and any parent who comes to the school and volunteers is always a hero to all of us here at Nightingale. So we congratulate all these parents and especially Mr. Cabrales.
Miguel's 2 oldest children were girls. Fearing that his own girls would not have an opportunity to play soccer, he decided to become a coach for the Nightingale Soccer League, run by Mr. Beckler.
We've coached soccer together. He's really given a lot of his time to the kids. He's been an excellent role model. And he's been saving a lot of our kids for a number of years. With his dedication to their recreation, I don't know what more he can give or anyone can give to our community than what he's already done. He's done an excellent, excellent job.
When I have a team, it doesn't matter they're the best, the whatever, what have you, I like to teach them soccer, not just to go and win out a championship.
Mr. Cabrales had volunteered 7 years of his life, and yet he still felt the need to help others in different ways. One day, while visiting the local Chicago library,
I saw an ad that they said they were going to give out a police officer exam, right? And I said the requirement is 2 years. I said, I got 2 years on my belt, so I might as well take a chance, you know.
Miguel applied to take the exam and was enrolled in the Chicago Police Academy. He graduated in December of 1998.
After being on the police force for only 8 months, Miguel was faced with a very dangerous situation that would unknowingly make him a hero. While on routine patrol, Miguel Cabrales and his partner were on their way to investigate a burglar alarm sounding on the south side.
It was then that Miguel and his partner showed true heroism and bravery.
So we jumped over the wrought iron fence, ran towards the porch, went upstairs to the 3rd floor, went inside, dashed out because the smoke was so thick we got overcome by it. We asked, where's the baby, where's the baby? And nobody could tell us because everybody was out already. And another citizen came and said, he's right there by the bedroom. So he broke a window from the porch side, and I was about to dive in, but the flames just kept shooting out. My partner and I just went around and tried to open the other door. As soon as we opened the bedroom door, smoke and fire wow, it was awesome. So we had to come out. I dove on my belly and I said, he's going out. For him, I was hoping that he wasn't going to be on fire, because it would have been a scary sight, you know. Emotionally, I would have been traumatized, because I do have kids and my baby. I was thinking about my baby, like in flames. And I said, no, it's not going to happen here. That's what I meant. And it would have been terrible. So I dove and went searching for him. I tried to search on his bed, because that's where the flames were coming from, his bed. And I said, hopefully, God, he's not there. So I was about to grab towards the bundle on the bed when I heard the crying. He was still crying. So then I went lower. That's when you could barely see. And it was visible. He was close to the closet. So I crawled over there, grabbed him, and dashed out. I figured kind of if I go up and I'm going to be out of here in a couple of seconds, I'll manage to get out, right? No, that was my mistake. I went up and started dashing out. That's when the smoke really hit me. So as I managed to go out the door, I just went on my knees, collapsed. My partner grabbed the baby and took him to the ambulance.
Was anybody hurt there?
Actually, the baby had first-degree burns, but I was just a little overcome by smoke, and that's all.
That was very dangerous. Weren't you afraid for yourself?
Believe me, at that point, I just something took over that it had to be done. I mean, regardless, the most I would have got out of that would have been a perm, you know, a couple of scars, but that's about it. Nothing compared to the life of the baby.
I appreciate that he was there to save my son's life. And I thank him, and I thank him for the rest of my life.
I don't consider myself a hero. I love this job. I'm a police officer. I wanted to be helping kids like you. Be officer friendly. I just always wanted to be the good guy, that's all. Life is precious. I'm just Officer Cabrales' coach.
Although this heroic act brought a great deal of attention to Miguel Cabrales, it's plain to see that that's just not his style.
I have to agree with you, Kathy. Miguel Cabrales used to be my coach. It seems to me that Miguel Cabrales is just an average guy doing his job and also helping his kids and other people for his community. Doing his job, yes, but average? Never. It's quite obvious that Miguel Cabrales will continue to help others, however dangerous it might be. Now that takes a very special person.
That's right, Elka, and I don't think that that's the last we heard of his good deeds.
It is very nice to know that we have other people like Miguel Cabrales in this world. You're right, Lubia, and you know what the really cool part is? That we have this here, right here, in our own neighborhood. So for the entire Panasonic Kid Witness News team, this has been Kathy Ulloa, Lubia Nunez, and myself, Alka Yusen. Thanks for watching.